Hey everybody, Dr. Rick Wallace dropping in. I hope that everybody is doing great. As for me, it's been an immensely busy day. A lot's going on. Hitting off a couple of new promos for TVI, the Visionetics Institute, and also dealing with a bunch of things coming across the desk for the Odyssey project. Before I get started, a couple of things. First and foremost, we still need your support at the Odyssey project. We need your support in all the programs that we're doing. If you followed me, you know what I'm talking about. This isn't new. We've been doing this for years. We need your support. I want to get that out of the way. Go to the description box and find the way that you are comfortable with supporting us, whether it's clicking the link and going to the site or whether it's through the Cash App or whatever, but we need your support. That's going to be an ongoing thing. There's so much work to be done in the community, and there's so much evidence that it's not being done at a level that it needs to be done. Second of all, if you are really truly looking to initiate change in your life, to grow and become better, to elevate your state of living in every way that you can imagine, I'm inviting you to join the um, Your Better Life 30-day challenge. This is something that I'm doing personally, and I've invited 25 people. We've gotten 7 people so far, so that leaves, what, 18? 18 more spots available for people to sign up for this. Real brief, you can go back and look at there's an actual video that talks about this. You can get all the information. I think it's right before this if you want to do this, but I'm gonna give you a real quick brief rundown. It's a 30-day challenge. It's gonna come with a personal plan of building your own personal habit where we're gonna focus on one particular habit that we're gonna create that's gonna help elevate and change your life. You'll be surprised at how much, when choosing the right thing to change and changing it, actually working on and changing it, and it can be done in 30 days or less. I always do 31 days. There are some people who do 21. I always go 30 because I want to make sure it's set. But you're going to get a personal plan. You're going to get 4 sessions with me. These sessions are normally $350 a pop. $350 a pop. Those who've worked with me know what I'm talking about. Those who've gotten platinum packages from me know what I do and how I do it. But anyway, short thing is you're going to get those 4 sessions. You're going to get a personalized plan. You're going to get a disc assessment. Here's the big thing. There's only 25 people being accepted because I'm actually having to facilitate this, and it takes time. So I can only take 25 people. I've got 7, but check this out. All 25 names are going to be dropped in a hopper and pulled out for a lottery. One person will win a 52-week platinum package, which is $10,500 value. You're going to work with me for a year. We're talking about complete life change, life shift. That is going to happen as soon as we hit 25. My goal was to hit it today. I would like to hit it today, but definitely we're going to have to hit it by the weekend because I'm going to do the drawing on Monday. So get in today. Oh yeah, I forgot. It's only $99.95. You're not going to get that anyway. One session triples that, and you're getting 4 sessions, the personal plan, the disc assessment, and you're going to work with me to actually guide you through the goal and hold you accountable and make sure we get it done. Email me at ceo@rickwallacephd.link or call me at 281-714-7551 to set this up. This is going to be a direct exchange. We're going to get you set up, get you on the schedule. I want all of this done this weekend because I need we're starting March 1st, so I need my March schedule set. All right, now let's talk about why I'm here, and I don't want to be here too long, but it seems like every day I'm talking about this, and that should be somewhat disconcerting to people who really say they care about us and care about our women and care about how we are viewed and care about progress in the Black community. Let me explain something. As long as Black women can't trust Black men, we're never going to unite. We're never going to ever have this idea or image that we have in our minds of freedom, liberty, and empowerment. It's going to take both of us working together. The problem is that everything that we do negative is going to be amplified. It's going to be magnified. It's going to be put across all media platforms, all social media, all mainstream media, written media. It's going to be plastered everywhere. So every time a black man does something horrific or stupid or devastating or destructive, it's going to be plastered. It's going to be amplified. Nobody's amplifying all the black fathers who are out there actually doing what they're supposed to be doing. Nobody's amplifying how hard black men like myself and so many others go to work and do what we got to do to try to hold things together for our families and our communities. Nobody's amplifying. I was talking to a mentee and colleague today about this. Nobody's amplifying the work we're doing in the community. Nobody's plastering how hard we go in the paint for our kids, our boys, our girls in the community. You know, every now and then somebody says something about something we do, but let one idiot do something stupid and it's everywhere. And we have to be aware of that. You know, this isn't a rant or a whine about the media. This is saying, okay, since we know that the media is going to amplify the bad and downplay the good, we need to minimalize the bad. And the problem is we have to understand and admit at this particular point in time that there's a problem. I just talked about 3 women 2 days ago that were killed by their significant others. This is what you call intimate partner homicide, the intimate partner violence, domestic violence or intimate partner violence. It's domestic violence when it happens and when they live in the same household. A lot of times these people aren't even living in the same household. Intimate partner violence, intimate partner homicide, and it's growing. You know, there's always going to be that instance. But my whole thing is we are really creating, I'm saying we're creating, and that may not be the best word. When you create something, you do it on purpose. We are failing at preparing young men to be men. We're failing in our responsibility to model authentic and true masculinity, authentic and true manhood. We're failing in being present enough so that we teach young men how to manage their emotions. We teach young men the proper way to channel their aggression. We teach young men how to operate and be around our women. We have created a situation where our sons are literally killing our daughters, and that there's no real true response. There's no real true response. There has to be a code of conduct, a standard of behavior that says that we do not harm our women, that our women should feel safe in our presence. They don't. Now, the truth of the matter is the vast majority of black men aren't harming black women. The vast majority of black men are loving black women. You know, even the idea that black men prefer white women is overstated because 88% of married black men are married to black women. But we know they're not going to project that. They're going to wait till one dumbass gets up and decides that he wants to be over there, and they're going to plaster that everywhere. Then they're going to turn around, and when one dumbass says something stupid about why he chose a white woman over a black woman, they're going to plaster that everywhere, get black women all riled up, when the truth of the matter is 88% of married black men married black women. But they're not going to do that. So what we have to understand is that when we get that, that's why every time some idiot jumps up and says something negative about a black woman, I tear into their ass. Y'all gonna have to excuse me on this one. I'm hot. I tear into their ass. Why? Because the one thing that the black woman is going to know about me is while I'm going to hold you accountable, I'm going to defend you with my life. I'm not going to let anybody come at you any kind of way. I'm not going to let anybody sit up and disrespect you. I'm going to check it all and let the chips fall where they may. I'm going to hold you accountable. I'm not going to let you get away with bullcrap. I'm not about giving out passes, but you're going to know that I got your back because you're going to see me stand beside you and in front of you when necessary to take on anything somebody's throwing at you. That's for sure. So my thing is this. We've got to do a better job of defending our women. We got to do a better job of letting cats know if you go left like that, we going to touch you. You lose it if you want to. We gonna touch you. We are going to handle that. We cannot consistently, listen to me. We cannot consistently sit here and let that happen. See, let me explain something. There's a thing called silent condemnation. It's where you condone a behavior by being silent. You don't go out and say it, you're okay with it. You don't go out and say it's okay, but because you don't stand up against it, you are condoning it. If you don't take action against it, you're condoning it. If you're sitting up and say, well, it's not mine. Let me tell you something. Every day that I sit up and I see this, I think about my daughters. Every time I train my sons or talk to my sons about their behavior, I'm thinking about my daughters. Why? My sons are going to go out and get with somebody's daughter. And somebody's son is going to try to get with my daughter. And I want to make sure as much as I can that we're putting the right energy and the effort out there so that my daughters doesn't end up with some emotionally unstable dude that feels like they can't handle rejection. The bottom line is you don't own anybody. Now, while you may want to commit yourself to something and think it's for life, and you want it to be for life, you don't own a person. You don't have the right to sit up and stake a lifelong claim to somebody, especially a lot of these cats ain't even married to these young girls. And even if you are married, the person has a right, no matter how you may feel about it, to walk away. I'm not one for that. Where I'm at in my life right now, I'm hoping my marriage lasts forever. But if she decides tomorrow that she no longer wants me, I'm going to love her and I'm going to walk away. Why? Number one is loving a person. A part of that is sitting up saying it's bigger than me. If you're not happy with me, I don't want you with me. I am not going to be so selfish that I'm going to ask you to stay with me and be miserable, even if I don't think I'm doing anything wrong to make you unhappy. Your unhappiness may be on your own. Whatever you're feeling may be on your own, but I'm not going to ask you to stay with me and make you miserable. I'm going to have to sit up and say, well, I've done the best I can. And if you feel that you can be happy somewhere else, I have to let you go. My ego is in check. Why? Because I know who I am. I know as a man that I've given you everything I can. I haven't wronged you. I haven't cheated on you. I haven't abused you. I haven't talked. I don't raise my voice to my wife. I never call out her name. I never, ever put my hands on her in an aggressive way. Matter of fact, my wife is not allowed to pick up anything larger than her purse. And if after all of that, she feels for some reason it's not enough and she wants to go, I love you. May God be with you. And as long as we're still married, I got you. And then after that, when you find someone else, I'm done. But I'll be there for you as much as I can, even after you're gone. Why? Because I promised I would. Now, you done broke your promise, but that doesn't mess with my character. You see, everybody will call me a simp. Everybody call me a trick. Everybody call me a fool because we're always taught to think about ourselves. See, my thing is, I'm going to look out for you. Now, I'm not going to take care of you while you're with some other dude. But I'm not just going to walk away and say, well, if you don't want me, screw you, then figure everything out, knowing that you're dependent on me. And my thing is, why women would want to walk away from something when they're dependent on somebody, I don't know, but they have that right. You don't get to sit up and tell them and get in your emotions. You can't leave me if I can't have you. Nobody. That is about as weak as you fucking can be. That is so weak. Again, excuse me, ladies, but this is where I'm at. It's so weak that you actually think you can sit up and force somebody to be with you, and that's something good in that. Number one, if I'm forcing you, you don't want to be here. The beauty of a relationship is you're where you want to be. The beauty of my relationship is that she wants to be with me. That's the beauty of it. The moment she stops wanting to be with me, it stops being a beautiful thing. It starts being a burden. It starts being uncomfortable and tense. And we are not teaching our boys how to manage their emotions and be secure enough in themselves to understand somebody saying they don't want to be with them is not a conviction on who they are. And if it is, that they can work and they can change it. Maybe you did do something that makes her not want you. Don't do it again. Learn from it, grow from it, become a better man by it. And next time that won't be something that causes you to lose a good person. But whatever you do, you don't have a right to take the life of someone. Well, really, you've taken the life of so many people because so many people are going to be hurt. You don't just take her life. Now her parent, I know people who are still just out of it because they've lost a child. I know kids who still haven't recovered because they lost a parent, all behind violence. I know several mothers who lost their child to violence, and they're still trying to cope years later. I know one who's gone to alcoholism, and this is a guy. lost his son to violence, and he can't recover. I'm trying to help him, trying to get him there. But it's so much. So you don't just kill that person. And then you kill you too, because they finna take you and lock your ass up. And so now anybody that's dependent on you or your parents are now traumatized because they lost you. You destroyed two families because you don't know how to manage your emotions. That's something we've definitely got to change. That's something we've definitely got to work on. And black men, it's our responsibility to make our presence felt. It's our responsibility to be more actively engaged in the community. That's why I'm so big and I keep talking about Black Men Lead. That rite of passage initiative that we have and I've created, that's got to be a point of reference. I'm working real hard with creating these networks. So we have it in any way, any place in America that wants to start it. I don't care what you call it. It doesn't have to be Black Men Lead. I just want young black boys to be in an environment where they're being taught what it means to be a man. Not just told, but taught. Taught means to have it expressed in front of you. I have young men around me. They get to see me interact with my wife. They get to see me when the times are good. They get to see me handle pressure when times are bad. They get to see how I operate in every situation and how I have a responsibility to maintain my cool even when things are volatile. Why? Because my woman's looking to me to keep things together. She's naturally a little bit more emotionally high strung. She's going to become a little bit more. I can't be that person with her. I can't go on that emotional journey with her. I can't sit up and get lost in the moment or lose it. Trust me. I've been some places. I've had to go through some things. Life ain't always great with me. There are times because I push myself so far and so hard and I expect so much. I've got so much going on. It can be overwhelming, but I can never fold. I can never sit up and throw temper tantrums. I can never scream and yell. You know, it's kind of funny. My wife kind of laughs at it, and I giggle under my breath too, because like, you know, my I got two teenage daughters that are still in the house, and they give me the business at time, and I got one. She'll be doing something. I say, you know what, you got one more time, and I'm gonna get that belt, and like she'll go psych, because she already knows I would never put my hand on her. I don't raise my voice to my kids, male or female. Definitely not my babies. My girls, never. I'm showing them how a man is supposed to treat them by how I treat them and how I treat their mom. I never raised, and like my 15-year-old, she got her little boyfriend. She claimed him in middle school, and I got to meet him, and so I like him. He's quiet. He's soft-spoken. He's stern. He's a male. You know, and I would rather her not, you know, at 15 be talking about a boyfriend, but I ain't stupid. I was a boy 30 years ago, and back then I had a girlfriend at 15. So I ain't trying to, you know, in 2020 try to play that. I want to, but I know better. But my whole thing is anywhere they go together, I'm with them. Anywhere, anything they do, I'm with them. And what I see, my 34-year-old's been married for over 12 years, been with her husband since she was 19. He was her first. They got 3 kids together, soft-spoken, very respectful. They marry what they see. They marry what they see, and that's what I want to teach young black men. We've got to model this around young black males. All the volatility, all the hostility, you know, the only power they feel is dominating a female. No, that's not how we're going to operate. That's not how we're going to do it. We're going to operate by building something for ourselves so that when someone says, I don't want to be with you anymore, you still have something that's you, something that you can stand up on, something that you know that you still have value in. That's our responsibility, and we're failing at it. I'm calling it all out. I'm challenging you. We've got to stand up. On that note, I'm about to get off here. Please, I cannot tell you enough how important it is to support the work we're doing. We've got to do something. We can't keep sitting up and pretending that this isn't happening and that it's happening and it's escalating. We can't continue to do this. We can't sit around and pretend like this ain't happening. There's no damn way this is supposed to come. I'm talking about 4 times in the last week that has come across my desk. I can't tell you how many more has happened, but 4 times across my desk this week. Black woman killed by black man because she said it was over. absolutely can't be done. I ain't gonna even get into this clown that shot this woman in the head because she outed him. Now, first and foremost, I gotta say she was wrong for trying to extort money out of him. She muddied the waters when she tried to get them 5 bands, that $5 grand. She muddied the waters when she tried to get at dude that way. Now, he was wrong for not letting her know he went both ways. He was wrong for that down low bull crap. That's something else that black men we got to get out of that. If you want to do your thing, you want to be bisexual, do your thing. I don't roll like that. I ain't with that. Everybody knows where I stand on all that BS. But if that's who you are, roll that way and be honest about who you are. People deserve to know the truth. Now, old girl, I saw the video and I'm like, what was she expecting? What was she expecting when she did that? I mean, do you think number one is, you don't have to be a straight up G if you done kept your stuff on the down low and somebody outing you to want to kill them. And the desperation and the anger for someone like that is going to result in them doing something that they'll probably regret later, and then end up he in jail, she dead. That was not the way to do that. Okay, if you want to stick your neck out on the line because you feel like somebody got you, they lied to you and they put you in harm's way, and you want to put them on blast, understand you putting yourself at jeopardy. But when you put them on blast and you trying to extort money out of them, it's hard to go to bat for you. My only thing is, I can't see me harming a woman. Trust me, if I was the kind of dude to harm a woman, my first wife was a prime candidate. Trust me. If I told you that story, you be like, dude, you got to be a saint, because trust me. But my whole thing is, number one, I'm not going to harm a black woman. Number two, I'm not going to harm the mother of my children. Just not going to do it. And there's a responsibility to be a protector. And if I can't be around you because you're that provocative and volatile and toxic, I hear you, Bobby, and toxic, I won't be around you. But you're not going to take me to a place to impugn my character. Oh, Regina, I agree with you 100%. She was absolutely wrong. 100% wrong. I'm listening to it. I'm going, chick, you got exactly what you were asking for. You asked for it and you got it served up on a platter. You got it exactly the way you asked for it. Number one, you weren't just putting it out there. You were really just calling them out on the mat. You were basically calling them hoe ass motherfuckers. Excuse my language. You were calling them that. And then you trying to get money out of them. And the whole thing is, you should have learned your lesson and called it a day, because some things ain't worth dying for. And you got to know who you dealing with. And right now, nobody knows who they're dealing with, because it don't take a straight up G to pull no trigger. I've been saying this stuff since I was a teenager. It don't take a G to pull a trigger. Any clown can pull a trigger. Anybody that feels like they want to cause harm can walk up and pull a trigger. Don't take but 3 to 5 pounds of pressure to pull that trigger. Any finger can do it. Even a little 5-year-old finger on most guns can pull a trigger. Doesn't take a man, doesn't take a G, doesn't take anybody with really any real heart to pull no trigger. And so you fool around and you come at somebody the wrong way and you get that smoke, that's on you. I'm not saying that, I'm sitting up saying dude's okay with doing it, but I'm saying you can't go out there and ask for smoke, and when you get it, the world gonna ride with you. I can't do that, but I'm saying that's what you get when you got a bunch of cats that ain't riding like they're supposed to ride too. And we have to no, real men shouldn't be sensitive. That's one of the problems I'm talking about here, Taiwan, is that we haven't reared our men to get out of their feelings. We're wearing our feelings on our sleeves. We get emotional. We get caught up, and we want to act out and strike out. The bottom line is we don't think. You have to be able to think. And so that's my thing. We've got to continuously push that. I'm going to continuously work from where I'm working and do everything that I possibly can. Like I said, we really need you guys to support that. Go to the description box and find out which way you want to give, Cash App, go to the site, whatever. Also, right back where I started when I started this video, for those of you who want to join the uh, Your Better Life 30-day challenge and get 4 sessions with me, work with me, all that, go check the video out before this, because I'm not going to go through the whole thing. Go check the video out before this one, and it's up there. It's the 30-day challenge. I'm looking for 18 more people. Let me say something. When I say sensitive, I'm all about being in touch with your sensitive side. I think men have to be sensitive, especially dealing with our children and our women. I think that we have to know when to tone it down. We have to know when to be soft. We have to know when to be hard, when to be aggressive, when to be patient. That's what makes a man, the ability to understand when to do that. When I'm talking about being sensitive, I'm talking about being hypersensitive. I'm talking about hypersensitivity, things that send you to a point that makes you think it's okay to put your hands on a woman. That's hypersensitivity. That's an emotional issue. That's a mental issue. And I wouldn't doubt in many of these cases that mental health plays a role in that. But when I'm talking about sensitivity, I'm not saying that men shouldn't be sensitive. I think that when it comes to our women, we have to be sensitive. We have to be sensitive to our women. We have to be soft with our women. We have to be patient with our women. We have to understand our role with our women. Our role with our women before provider is protector. Before provider is protector. And people say, why do you always put provider before, protector before provider? There are times when you may lose your job. There are times when you may sit up and really be trying to get things together, or you may have a job and it is just tough and you can't do it all. That'll happen. What will never happen is you be in a situation where you can't say, as long as I'm alive, they got to come through me. That's something you can always do as a man. Something has to be done where men understand my role is never to harm a woman. My role is never to sit up and cause. Matter of fact, if I'm around, a woman should know she's safe. A black woman should know, if this motherfucker right here is in the room and something happened to me, and that ain't got to be my woman. Anybody tries to harm a black woman and I'm around, it's going to get ugly. And I'm not going to be like these dudes that then got killed trying to protect black women. It's been 2 in the last year and a half that actually tried to stand up for black women, end up getting killed. When I come, I'm coming prepared. But there are so many different ways you can make that argument. If you want to take the extremely moral road, number one is, regardless of what she did, she didn't deserve to die. That's one point that can be easily argued. The other point is, as a black man, I would never harm a black woman. If I got caught doing what I didn't do and she caught me and she threw me out there, I was living a foul ass life and I just got outed. And then there's the street code. And it was clear by the way she talked. She knew the street code. You can't operate by code, and then when the code comes to get you, all of a sudden it's wrong. Now, for the person who doesn't know the code, the person who's not a part of that life, now, for me, it's foul all the way around. Then, it's, my whole thing is, where I'm at, I'm just not that person. Now, if I'm defending myself or my family, I'm not letting anybody take my life or take my family's life. I don't care what gender. I'll light your ass up. You come at me and you got a gun, you fair game. Ain't no gender when you got a gun in your hand, because a gun equalizes all that. And I'm going to defend me and mine. And I'll defend me and mine if you come at me with any other weapon to the point I feel I need to make sure I'm safe. But just sitting up, getting mad and going and getting somebody because I put myself in a situation, or even whatever, people are going to come out and say, man, people have said things about me. I'm beyond that point of trying to hurt somebody physically because they said something about me. You know, that's where I'm at. But bottom line, we got to do something about it. Now, back on what I was getting on. Y'all stop talking so I can get off of here. Look, if you want to be a part of that 30-day challenge, go check out the clip. And on the video before this one, it'll say 30-day challenge on it. See what you need to do to get involved. We are going to do a drawing. We're going to do a drawing probably Monday. After we hit 25, I'm capping at 25 because that's all I can handle at once. We're going to do a drawing on Monday. And in that drawing, the person who is drawn will get a free platinum package working with me. That's a year, 52 weeks, 52 sessions of working with me. On that note, I'm about to get off here. You guys have a great week.